Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sin Plays Monkey Minds. I may sound a bit tired and sick and out of it. I went to Oztag training actually today, which is a form of rugby union, or it's a type of rugby union rugby league that's non-contact but a lot of fun. And I'm playing with a few of my friends from school, which is a very long time ago, but still good friends with them. So yeah. Oh Jesus. um, so let's have a quick look over here. Um, First things first. So we have a nether portal done. Excellent. There's still some decorative things that need to be done around it, such as the middle and these spots right here. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with that just yet, but we'll get to that. But as you can see, I've changed nether portal to done. Ooh, there we go. We still need this bottle villager with bottle O enchanting. Free jump with obstacles, roller coaster. I do know one thing. The free jump here, I'm going to be building a slime block elevator. Most likely when it comes out in 1.8, but 1.8 is taking its sweet time. So yeah. Message board as always. Subway. Blah blah blah. Now, sorry. As you can see here, I've lined out an area, and you may be wondering what these torches are for. And let's go down here. So this is where our villagers are, and so I'm looking towards going onto the villager area today. If we come in here just quickly, you'll see I've sorry about that. You'll see I've actually taken out some more ground here, probably another 2, maybe 3 levels below what I was at, and it goes straight up there, and that wood there you can see is the house. So I'm going to be working on this area, I think, here. I have had to work in creative and found a design that I like. Hopefully it'll work. It's always like that, right? You think it may or may not work, who knows. But I'm definitely going to be keeping sort of, let's see if I can do this, 1, 2, 3, sort of keep this same theme where sort of build the base out of cobble, wood in the center, a nice roof here. Ooh, these roofs might actually touch. I might actually move this in just one, just so there's a gap in between them. Not that it's important, or I might just make this one lower. I don't know. We'll come back to that in a minute. But before, I want to talk to you about this. This is a new project. So I talked about maybe making this into a slum area and all that sort of stuff, and I'm sort of repulsed by that idea. Not because I don't think it would look good, or that I couldn't make it look good. I don't want to deal with it. I literally just don't want to deal with it. And the reason I don't want to deal with it, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's what I want to do. So, but that's fine. You know, when you get to that point in Minecraft, there's no point doing something you don't want to do because it's a game. It's essentially a game that you want to play for fun. Monkey had a suggestion of maybe filling this in with water, making it a lake, and that idea really stuck with me, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. But it will involve me getting some ice, and yeah. So what I'm gonna be looking at doing is I can do it with water. I take it back. I can do it with water. It's just a real pain to do with water. So I'm probably gonna look for ice and just do it with ice because that's better. And work on the trick that work your way from this level, this level, this level, this level, this level. I haven't decided what level I'm going to come up to. Maybe come up to just one below this one right here, so it's not lapping over the edge, or you know what I mean. I may go in and do some aesthetic things like filling in certain areas. Like I'll fill in those caves, fill in that cave there, as well as that one there, and maybe change out some of the bottom for maybe some dirt or some gravel, something like that. But the next thing that I actually got to see was maybe it's because instead of putting a well, maybe bring an aqueduct. So an aqueduct. And the reason I want to bring an aqueduct is so because it looks pretty cool. But as you can see here, it sort of looks like probably put a head on this side and a tail on this side, maybe a giraffe or something like that. But what I did want to have a quick look at is while I'm here, let's grab some dirt. No, that's not the height I wanted to be at. Come back to me. That's the height I want to be at. Pew. There we go. I can do this, right? Yeah. Yes, I can. So I come out here. So what I was looking at doing is maybe doing maybe some stone slabs underneath. And sort of breaking it up. Let's have a quick look at that. It does look pretty good. I don't know if you can really tell the difference in color, but I'm probably going to put something on top of it, which will help make that color difference apparent. Um, or the other choice is to change it out with some stairs, which I do have on me. I was very prepared for this episode, or at least for this part of the episode. And go something like that. Obviously, the water's going to run in the middle channel there. I'll drop one of them there. So the water's going to run down this channel here. And that's pretty important. So, like, something I could do is something like this. Let's try this. Not exactly how I meant to place that one, but definitely. I really apologize for that. But something like this could be the way. It doesn't actually look too bad. I don't know if I like the double on it, but I'll see how it goes. So, but this is just a side project. This is literally a side project. I'm gonna leave a torch up here just in case, but that's a side project for the moment. Looks pretty cool. And I guess I'm gonna be sending it out here. I'm gonna turn it at 90 degrees. Gonna head off towards the mountain. There's a water pool just up there. Actually, you know what? I might just go show you that. So you know what I'm doing. I might just do this. I might do this off camera. I'll come back and see what looks good, maybe. And if I don't really like it, I'll change it out. Or what I can do is I can lay out the general gist of it, and then we can come work on the final bits. Maybe probably next episode. Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, that was pretty close actually. So as you can see, there's a nice little cave here with some water in it. This cave was already here. I did add this little water stream here for myself. But yeah, so as you can see, we've got to get all the way over there. I'm not going to drop it down too much. I think I'm going to bring it out here, maybe step it up. Maybe every two things I'm going to step it up one, step it up one, step it up one, and probably end up coming to about here. So I may even put a little retaining wall. Cave in here. I think I've been in here before. Maybe put like a little retaining wall and have like a secondary pond just here. So I have this water flowing out maybe through here into a secondary pond that goes straight into the aqueduct, and that aqueduct will be pretty cool. I may need to put some defensive stuff on it so that we can get it. we can protect ourselves. Because the other thing I was thinking about is, whoops, because 1.8 is taking a fair amount of time to come out. I was thinking about maybe putting a full fence around this area, or maybe not the full area, but an enclosed area, so that way I can have some villagers in here roaming around, being part of the village, getting to that really exciting thing. Because after looking at Dragon Master's base, it made me want to, have some villagers around and get into villager trading. And because I expected 1.8 to come out much sooner than this, I was sort of I've been sort of expecting and waiting, come on, let's see it, I can't wait. But it's getting to the point now that I'm just like, I just want it to be out. I literally just want it to be out. And yeah, look at that. I think actually I like that. Just as a base, it is quite nice. It's what I originally thought of doing with the nether portal, just, having a nice little step up, and in, you can run anywhere you want. That's pretty good. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about for the moment. So I think I'm going to pop over into my creative world, and I'll take you with me, and then we'll go and have a look at sort of the design I had for downstairs, down over there, to separate the villages, because I only want to bring one at a time up, and preferably if I can bring the one that I want up, that'd be even better, and leave the other ones, the junk ones down there in the breeder. The junk ones, yeah. So as soon as I remove one, I think it's at least 5 blocks higher than it is, which, if we have a look down there, that's the ground floor down there, and that's part of the reason I built it down there, so I could bring villagers up, and actually having villagers on this level down there would actually disrupt that breeder. Obviously I can move it up in the sky, that could also work as well, but it's not that pretty. So yeah, guys, I will be with you in just a minute, and I'll see you in a second. Well, I am back. It's actually the day later, because for some reason I had a raspy voice and I could not shake it last night. I have no idea why, but it's gone now, which is great. But yeah, still pretty tired and a little bit sore, but actually a lot better than I was yesterday. So as you can see here, so this is sort of a mock-up of what I plan to do. As you can see here, let's just reset it. Let's reset it. Hopefully it'll work like I plan. Yeah, excellent. So we have all our villagers running around in this area here. Obviously, it's just restricted to this space at the moment. They're going to come up here, they're going to run up here, fall down here. And as you can see, there's a bit of glass on top of us, and we can't get out. Oh, I probably should have thought about this before. Let's do it this way. Wait for the water to go away. Get out. So the reason I'm doing that is so one, when the villagers fall down, they're going to fall into some water, which is going to push them into the corner here, and then when this minecart comes along like this, it'll pick them up, and then we can get rid of them again like that. So pretty easy. And as you can see now, this is locked, and the way I've done this is I've done it so actually let's do it this way. Let's just do it this way. Go away, go away. Let's see if I can do this right. I need a piston. Not extending? No. Okay, so if I just do it like this instead. Well, I actually don't even need that because the power goes into the block and the block powers the piston. So we can either use something like this. So then when we reset it, and what I mean reset it is we turn the switch the other way. So this is a T flip-flop, and what it essentially does is it makes a button into a into a lever, and then every input changes it. So the reason I've done it here is there's a button here, and this we can move this button pretty much anywhere over here. So I may even move it to here or something like that. I can have it here, like I can have it here. I think the problem I have though is the button length is too short or too long when it's there. So I worked it out so it works well with the tripwire here, and the tripwire is just long enough that when they fall through, it does it, and then this one resets it all the time. Though it is meant to work like a T flip-flop, and I haven't exactly got it right, but that's not the point. But anyway, so this powers this and locks it, so unless this whole thing gets another signal, and it locks it either on or off. That's the whole point of the T flip-flop. So let's have a quick look at this. I'm just going to drop him here so it's a lot easier. Alright, that didn't work like I planned. Well, whoops. Why did he not drop? Maybe he's not all the way in the middle. Is the bottom one still down? Why are you still down? Is it because you're getting... Oh, I know why. Because this didn't have power. What? Why do you have power now? Where you got power? I don't know why this is powered, but it doesn't have any power. Let's try this again. That is very weird. I don't know why that did that, but it definitely did it. Come around and just put a block here. Like this. This will do the exact same thing that I wanted it to do anyway. Let's have a quick look. Try that again. That is weird. So the reason why the villager was drowning just then... Uh-oh. Something bad has just happened. Oh, I know why. There we go. Why not fly? Let's try this. The problem I was having before was because... I normally have power going down here. I had it coming down, touching this block, and that block, and in turn powered that block. So if I do this again, there we go. I actually don't think I need this anymore. I think I overdid that. Yeah, I think I did. Because if this block here is powered, it should power that block, right? If not, I'll just change it back. No, I was wrong. Okay. I do know one or two things about redstone. Okay, so it's not the neatest thing. I could actually just do it this way. It'd actually be a lot easier if I just did it this way. Look at that. Even simpler. Bam. Excellent. So let's try that again. So now, as we can see, there's a clear hole down there. And I put a villager here. Goes down. And it stays. Whew. I was a bit worried there for a second. So now you can see here we have a librarian villager who has efficiency, and that's pretty cool. And he's actually the villager we're going to be wanting for bottles of enchanting. But for the moment, we're going to pick him up, and we're going to take him away. Press it again, lights that up, and it goes away. So pretty much this is going to be it. Fairly easy design. Use the tripwires here. The tripwires have to be on glass, so you can conjoin them. If it's over normal blocks, they don't work. But apart from that, I think it's fairly simple. Pistons have to be either above or below it, which they are. And the reason why there's two pistons is one to stop them from coming into it once I have one at a time. I wonder if I can put anything in here. What's in there? Let me put glass in there. Ooh. Put glass like that. Doesn't really do anything, I don't think. No, it doesn't. Ah, well, oops. We've come down into our own hole. But yeah, I'm just coming around and having a quick look at what I've done. I think it's just meant to be... Oh, I can put this in there if I really wanted to. Yeah, I could. Yeah, so it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Pretty simple design. Doesn't take up too much space and works really well. There we go. So I think I'm going to be building this in my world, though. I'll actually let's go back. Save, quit to title. I think everything's hidden, right? Yeah, I think it is. It is excellent, even better. As you can see, I don't have very much in my window because I don't do very much apart from being on this server. And where was I last time? I was in here. Excellent. Let's have a quick look down here again to see what we're going to be doing. Actually, when the world loads, I'll come and show you what I was thinking. And also talking about other things, I'm obviously going to have to move this down, but we're only going up 5 blocks, and then so we've got 2 blocks. This is the block where the piston comes in, this is the block where the tripwire is, and then this is the block where the next piston comes in. So this is actually already the perfect height. So what I might be doing is I might be putting, I don't know, I might put something in and work perfectly, I don't know, we'll see how we go. But I'll probably extend it out, I'll probably bring it out another 2 or 3 blocks maybe, and do it here. And that way we can bring a minecart into the side here, and then it's just going to go straight up over there. Or we can come down here and just go around, and up. Either way, doesn't really matter to me. It look pretty cool. But while we're here, let's go back out so they don't keep annoying us with opening and closing those darn doors. And the reason I say that is because, whoops, is it about to go nighttime? Yeah, it is, but that's alright. I've actually started putting a fence around this area. So when I couldn't really do anything last night, I decided to put a fence around. It's not too big, so this is the corner here, and then the other corner is... If you can see over there where the fence is just there, that is where the other corner is. So it's not too far away. I'm just going to keep bounding along over there so I get there a bit quicker. I think it's about right. I think it's about right. And the reason I say that is because it's just far enough. It encapsulates this whole area. I can put in the horse speed timer here as well. It obviously needs to be lit up as well. But that'll be another day's job. I have filled in some of the holes. Like I probably will fill in some of these caves under here, at least for the moment, just because I don't need. I don't want them to be able to access my villages, and this way. This is the other thing I want to talk about. Is I don't know whether or not. One, it's going to be great to have that idea there. I'm just going to go sleep in a bed. It's going to be have that good that good breeding system down there. It'll once it gets to its limit, it'll stop. Oh, are you kidding me? You poops. I'm going to put that in my hand and bam. Can I get out? Yes, I can. Once we've set up the village, I'm thinking about maybe having start just building doors on the village and building a very big village. And it's safe. And the one reason I wanted to do that with the wooden doors is because if I don't do it with wooden doors, I don't think iron doors count as a village. So that way, we would lose a lot of the doors. And also, it's nice having villagers being able to walk around. Obviously, we may want to put certain villages in when 1.8 comes out in their respective areas. And the reason we do that is, if we want the Fletcher to be in the in the fletching shop, bowyer shop, whatever it's called. We sort of need to, not trap him, but give him a reason to stay. And I just realised I've run out of food. Not food, but run out of hunger. There we go. Excellent. So, As you can see, I put in a nice little wall around. I had to quickly slip off the night because it's not particularly safe. I have started putting some torches out, and I'll continue to put out more, and we'll fill this in very soon, so I don't need to put torches down there. And as you can see, I'm going to slowly start filling it out. Once it's done, it will be done and safe and all that sort of things, and then I'll just have to be mindful of everything else to make sure that it's safe, like above here. Like I'm sure something could spawn on the top of that. But what I might do for the moment is I might quickly... It's interesting. I might go ahead and start implementing that in here. And I think I'll come back when that's sort of done, and we'll maybe get working on this bit right here. Come at me, zombie. Come at me. Run at me, bro. Alright, guys. Be with you in a second. Well, it's taking me a bit of time to get to this point. No, I don't know. I didn't want to have to implement that thing in creative. I don't know what it is. Whenever I do something in creative, I've done it, and then I had to come back. I'm like, poop. Now I have to put it in. So you will have noticed this room has changed a little bit. I've made a path here, so we can get up and down really easily. I think that's definitely going to be a part of this. I don't know if I talked about this before, whether or not I may want to maybe incorporate some... I'll get rid of this block, actually, these blocks, so I can quickly show you. Nope, that did not go as I planned. Nope. Really? Am I hitting my head on the roof? There we go, much better. I don't know if I talked about this before. Guys, quiet. Maybe making like a apartment complex or just doors up there. Make that like a normal village. And I think I did talk about that earlier. Sort of forgetting what I talked about. But either way, so as you can see here, we got this going. Let's see if we can do this properly. Boom. Resets, yeah! So we can have a look here, you know, the villages will come up and come down. I'm just going to come back over here a little bit. So you can see, oops, you can see down there. Actually, I can just dig in. Sorry, I can dig in. So if we come in here, I'm going to replace these lights here with maybe some glowstone. And there's a free thing here. They're going to come in and drop down there into the water. There's a glass block there, so there's not going to be no suffocation damage. And this block here will block the exit or entry, whatever you want to say. I've got a very messy inventory, that is for sure. Let's do something like that. Let's cap it off like that. And then we'll bring this like this and like that. I'm actually liking this a lot. This is actually looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. As before... All the blocks power the right ones. This is the working figure here. Everywhere should have enough light, maybe except up here. Let's just do that just in case. Do it there actually, then it's out of the way. So that's pretty cool. The next part of this is building the wondrous and fantastic rail line. So this is the line that's going to send all of our workers up. So I'm going to take that one out. And then we'll come along here. Oops. Actually, that's not I've done this wrong already. The reason I wanted to do it like this is so that... I just hear a bird screaming outside. Sorry. The reason I want to do it like this is I'll probably have to make this one here then a powered rail. And then it's going to be the corner. And I'll put the powered rail there. Bam. So power rail to start. And then alternate all the way up. I wonder if I need to alternate. I'm going to go see if I can go 2 and do that. 1, 2. And the reason I put this in like so is so that this way we'll be able to easily get up and down. We can watch the villagers. We can be with the villagers. There's 1, 2. I can't put one on the corner there. So if it gets up here, it should make it to there, right? Let's hope so. Should get up. Come to here. 1, 2. You know what, I'll put one on this side. How about that? And then corner, and I'll put one there, and then we're upstairs. And something like that. Maybe I might put another one here or something. If it turns out that we don't have enough, then we can always come back and put a few more in. I should have done this beforehand, but let's go and start putting some of the wonderful blocks in. So what I'm doing here is putting in some redstone torches below. I'm just going to pull out some blocks to get back out. As you can see, this will permanently turn it on and you won't be able to see the block, which is sort of the main reason I'm doing it. So I'm just moving some blocks out of the way. I can I was gonna say mend. Mend actually probably is the right word. Um, or just work on it quickly. That's definitely the wrong tool for that job. Um, but it's alright. So there we go. That should be powered. And now I need this. Oh, no, I don't need wood anymore. There we go. I do need you, pick. I do need you. And for the more astute people that are watching, whoops, I already have that in my inventory. You may notice that this is a little bit bigger, and it is a bit bigger because when I came up here, whoops, and I only had the one, it was fine. But now that I have two, I needed a bit more space, so I had to extend it, just add a little bit more, just to allow for that. I'll grab that block. I don't need to grab that block, but I wanted to. I want to, guys. You gotta let me grab the block. Get rid of that. This one here should be fine. Take that out. I'm not gonna worry about the cobble because I have plenty of it. And bam. Yeah. I don't know. I love to pick up blocks. I just love to pick up blocks. I don't like to waste blocks. Not that it's a wasting of a block. It's just what I want to do. I like blocks. I like blocks. I hate not giving away, but I hate letting blocks go to waste. As we can see, this is not the most brilliant of recording things, but needed. Definitely needed for removing. I was about to say moving villages up and down, and this will serve the purpose as well of making sure that we constantly have villages. Constantly have villages. Good. That's not exactly what I meant to say. That we have an ability to respawn villages in the event that some die. Or anything of the like. I'm not going to get down there because I've got to do the same thing to get out. But there we go. So that is that, right? So let's put... I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. So as you can see there, nice thing. Don't even have a crafting table down here. Oh, well, that's alright. So I've got room here to do whatever I need. And for the moment, that's going to be crafting a minecart. So let's have a test of this. Shouldn't kill myself on the way up here, hope. Oops, should probably jump in. Little lag, but we get up here and get to the top. Control or shift out. For the moment, let's just put a... Actually, I'm going to put one of these blocks here because I'm going to put a button on. Oops. It's just easier to see with that sort of a button. Same sort of thing, you get in. Do it. Oh, yeah. Down and stop there. Alright, can I get out this side? Yeah, I can. Oh, it's going off. So what we might do is we might also make a holder over here. So let's have a quick look at what that would look like. So if we put one like this and we go like that, rid of that, I need some cobble. Make a lever, and the reason this is working off is when you switch the lever, it will turn the way it goes, and that actually means, oops, actually I can't put it there. I have to. I just thought about that. I can't put it there because the redstone block is right there. So if I leave it there, then it's actually going to end up killing my villager. Either way, that'll actually work now that I think about it. So if we turn it this way and go like this, push it, it goes there. I switch it back. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. It sort of works. I'll definitely have a look at that later on. But for now, I'm going to take that with me. It's all working pretty good. The next thing I got to do is start working on the house, and I probably will do that. I'm just going to check the length of this episode. And if it is too long, then I will put a stop to it, and I'll come back in, I don't know, maybe next episode. But yeah, guys, I'll be with you in just a second. If it's too long, I'll sign off. If not, we'll get going with the next part. Alright, guys, be with you in one more second. So it looks like I've used up too much time in the episode so far. So I'm going to leave the rest of this building for next time. And maybe we'll have a look at working on some of the aqueduct. And in the meantime, I'll start lighting up the village to make it a bit safer, and that way we can sort of get going with the rest of it. So yeah, guys, if you like this episode and you want to see more, please subscribe. A like always helps, and if you want to tell me if I've done anything wrong or right, is there anything I could do better, please chuck it in the comments below. But as always, guys, have a good day. Sit out.